What's up, everybody? It's your Queen Kilo back with another episode of the Unruly Plug. And today, this episode is featuring Sen-Sā. We have some great questions that we're going to ask him. We look forward to getting to know him a little bit better. So, without further ado, let's take them away with the intro. Like I was saying, this episode is going to be really dope. We have Sen-Sā. He's currently in Germany, I believe. We're going to ask him some questions and just figure out a little bit more about him. I look forward to hearing more of his music since we have heard that one. What was the track that I played? Oh, from Portugal. That was the track that we played. So it was a really dope song. So I'm like, yeah, let's get an interview and see some more about what's going on. And, that's just where we are with it. So I'm using a new platform right now. It's called Riverside. It's not new. I've had it for a while, just never actually used it. Um, and now I'm using the studio, and this is well, I went live Friday. Shout out to everybody who was in that live. Um, but that was awesome. So I'm like, well, let me see if I can do some episodes um, with, remote style instead of using Zoom. Like, no offense to Zoom or anything, but let's just try out some other options. And that's just where we are with that. And I think that, well, I hope that we have a really good experience. But so far, I'm just using my MacBook. With the camera that's on the MacBook. I didn't use my phone this time or the Sony. I have like four cameras and I'm terrible with using them. And that's something that I'm just trying to get better at. But yeah, so that and then, yeah, I'm not using my mic. I'm not using the mixer that I have. I'm literally just using my MacBook and my green light. I mean, my Zoom light.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. What's up?
Hello. What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
I'm fine. How are you? Is that your baby?
Yeah, this is my little me. He,
Oh,
he he was acting like he wanted to be asleep right now, and then
oh,
left him for 2 minutes. Now he over there making noise.
he changed his mind. He was like, I'm not tired no more.
Yeah, not tired no more.
He's so cute. How old is he?
8 months, about to be 9 months.
Oh,
On the third,
wow.
on the third of next month. Yeah,
Okay. So he'll be walking soon.
pretty soon. What? When you have any kids?
Yes, I have a son
When
who's two.
when did
So
your son start walking?
he started walking at 9 months. So when
Oh
he was
yeah,
like at 8 months, he was crawling and, standing up. By 9 months, he was up on go, like ready to
yeah,
go.
yeah.
So I'm
Okay, yeah.
telling you,
That's how he.
it all happens so fast. Is this your first child?
This is my first child.
It all
Yes,
happens so fast. Just make sure you stay documenting every single moment of it. It happens so fast. I'm telling
I
you.
see. I see. This man,
But
he's becoming a mini terrorist in the household.
yes, exactly. And they say it's just little boys, but I don't know. I have a son too, so I can't really say. But like literally a terrorist in my house, it terrifies me. So once he starts standing up and grabbing stuff, it's gonna be much
Oh
worse than
man.
what you think it is right now.
Oh man. Oh
But
man.
yeah, shout out to Black fathers. I love to see it. It's amazing.
Gotta have, gotta show it. Definitely gotta show it. Be an example.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So how you're in Germany, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in Germany,
How
Ramstein, Germany, KMC area.
Okay, okay. I lived in Germany for 3 years, but I lived in Wiesbaden, but I was
These
always at
bodies.
Ramstein and like Kaiserslautern and stuff like that.
What
Um
year was you out here?
so I was there from 2017 to 21.
These body was lit back in
Y-
those days.
Yeah,
I heard that
Wiesbaden
these
was
body was the spot.
yeah, so it's like a little smaller than well maybe not, but it's a little smaller, but they had that club, what is it? In Mines
Euro
right there,
Palace.
Euro Palace, and it's like
Euro
the
Palace.
biggest thing. So I only went once personally, but I enjoyed it. So I think that it's amazing. So are you like in the military or are you
My wife's in the military. Me, I was
okay?
in the military I got out 2022. I did 4 years, got out, and then we just got here 2 years ago. This was her first base, so I came along. Yeah,
Wow.
but I enjoy it. I love it out here in Germany. Uh, I think I just love it because it's different from the states. I don't care. I don't
Exactly.
care for the states at all.
Listen, all of the people, all of the black men that I know in Germany, they don't want to leave. So a lot of people like they get out and stay in Germany or find a way to
Yeah.
like work out there. It's just it's a completely different vibe. It's you
Why
can't
did you leave?
explain it. Well, I got out. I got
Oh,
out
you was in
when
the you was in the military.
yeah, I was in the military. I was in for 10
Okay.
years. And that was my last duty station. And if all of my duty stations were like that, I probably would have never wanted to get out for real. It was amazing. Like I traveled so much. I went to like Amsterdam, Spain, Italy, uh
Yeah.
France obviously. I just went to so many places and it was just the best experience for me. So I hope y'all traveling while y'all out there. I know you got a
Def.
baby, but
Oh yeah,
definitely.
hey, he not stopping nothing. We
Yeah,
definitely gonna be traveling. He coming along. That's just
exactly. He
yeah.
gonna be
That's what
so
it.
cultured. He's
Yeah,
gonna
that's what
be
it has to be.
very.
Yeah.
So so let's talk about your music a little bit.
Okay.
How is it doing music over there in a different country, or like how have you been able to utilize the military and traveling as a way to spread your music? Like how's
So
that?
as far as traveling, people in the states love to see what they don't get to see all the time. So I make sure when I make music or videos that I am recording a video everywhere I go, and those
Mhm.
posts usually get a lot of love. Well, according to the love I usually get on social media, they love seeing new places, love seeing
Mhm.
traveling things. So as far as traveling, that's how traveling played a role. It also helps me expand my brand and gets me out there as an artist, meeting different people. The military. There's a nice community of Americans in Kaiserslautern near Ramstein, and
Mhm.
there's artists that are in the military. And when we throw events for each other, like you have artistic expressions out here who was hosted by Jay Wayne, my guy Jay
Mhm.
Wayne. He hosts artistic expressions, giving artists a platform to perform. That's how I got started out here. That's a military community. So that's how the military played a role within this community. College Slaughter is artists linking up and putting on events for the military community. So
Wow.
we're pretty much known amongst the military community out in this area,
Mhm.
right? And shout out to Artistic Expressions for providing that platform for us artists to
Wow.
showcase ourselves. Now, did I answer both questions? I said traveling, said the
Yeah.
military, making music in Germany.
Mhm.
Now, as far as the Germans, the Germans a little boring. They don't show too much
Yeah,
expressions,
but they
but
love black music.
they love the support. They support. They will
Mhm.
support. It's different. And I think it's more supportive than the states where I'm at. Maybe because it's like you're a unicorn out here.
Mhm.
That they get a little bit of the American culture and the
Yeah.
hip hop music through you, and that's what makes it special out here for them. And it's like a loving environment. You don't
Mhm.
feel the same energy that I feel in the states, and I'm not even involved in BS in the states. But when I'm in the states, you got people who hate silently, secretly, just because you look like them, and
Mhm.
you probably doing better. Just the trauma
Yeah.
that we face in the states, and everybody going through their own mental problems. And when
Mhm.
I came out here, it was like a relief from that energy, and allowed me to be
Mhm.
more open and creative. Like I
Yeah.
think all the time, I always ask myself, if I go back to the States, would I try to do what I'm doing out here?
Yeah.
And I know it brings a lot of attention, unwanted attention too, if you don't want that attention. And I
Mhm.
just think I probably wouldn't feel as comfortable because me bringing my energy out to the States and glowing the way that I glow out here, I know it will probably irritate some demons. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I do. I hate that it's that way, but I get what you're saying. So like
Yeah.
during that time, so you mentioned a lot of things that I want to speak on. So just give me a second cuz I didn't write nothing down while you was talking, but
It's
so the
all good. I
first
talk
thing.
fast too, so tell my ass to slow down if I'm talking
No, I
too
listen
fast.
fast. I listen fast. My brain is just
Okay.
wired like that. So,
Okay.
um, you mentioned artistic expression was the name of it.
Artistic expressions, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So is this new? This is this establishment or this group, is that new?
It it started last year, about 2 years ago. So when I got out here, that's when Jay Wayne was starting artistic expressions, as
Okay.
far as I know. So it is pretty new as far as
Yeah.
what the platform he provided. Yeah, it's pretty new.
I just love that. I admire it so much. So shout out to him. You said his name was Jay Wayne.
Jay Wayne, yeah, Jay
Yes.
Wayne.
Shout out to him. I think that's awesome because like I
Hmm.
said, I was out there for 3 years and I see so many like American rappers trying to continue doing what they want to do, but in a different culture. And it's a
Yeah.
little bit difficult. But they we you know when us black people, when we're separated from our people, we find a
Uh,
way to like connect anyway. So like even if
yeah.
I just see
Yeah.
a black person in the street in Germany, we was always on some, like what's up type of thing.
Yeah.
So seeing artists be able to do that was like amazing. It was something that I wanted to create, but I really didn't have the time. My focus was a lot of other places. But
Hmm.
the time when I was in Germany, I had one ex who was a rapper and did music in like Hawaii and the places that we're from. And
Yeah.
then when he got to Germany, it was almost like he was a celebrity just because he had, locks. They're not used to seeing that because when they do see black men, they're probably in the military. So they look, kind of clean cut. When they seen him, he
Yeah.
had like locks and a beard. So everybody was like drawn to him, and it was
Yeah.
just interesting to me, like he was able to find friends that way, but they didn't have that type of community,
Yeah.
the artistic expression. So I really value that. And then you said that you were able to like collaborate with a lot of different artists that are in that same community.
Yes, met a lot of different artists in the same community. Met artists that's actually German, people who make music in Germany, just from like performing at open mics, artistic expressions.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's and we're pretty supportive of each other
That's
out here
amazing.
for sure.
That's amazing. I really do admire that. And then, so another thing that I noticed is that you have a clothing line called Divine Drip.
Divine Drip, yes, Divine Drip is it's right now more of my merch.
Hmm.
Divine Drip. My Instagram is divine.energy720.
Hmm.
Divine.energy, basically carrying divine energy, having control of your energy, and expressing yourself intentionally in a, I would say, a divine way. And
Hmm.
720 is kind of like as above, so below. So if you look at 360, it's all like seeing the whole spectrum, and
Hmm.
then as above the whole spectrum 720, and then 7 plus 2 is 9, divine 9, and that has a meaning in itself. Now divine
Okay.
drip, sorry, I had to go into that to get into divine drip. I created divine drip as my merch to represent
Hmm.
my brand, and I'm a spiritual person. So it is, the divine drip is represent spirituality, but also some history from our ancient ancestors, like ancient Kemet, things I've learned from studying certain philosophies is also within Divine Drip, and that's what
Hmm.
kind of motivated me to create Divine Drip, because I wanted to express that knowledge and express that message through my brand and my merch. So I
Okay.
created, yeah, but I do have a plan on like hiring a fashion designer when I get to that level, when I have some money freed up, and making more unique clothing
Hmm.
for Divine Drip, right?
Hmm.
Because I do want to grow it into a clothing line, and I want the
Okay.
clothing to be bold and unique to the point where you have to have confidence and self love to put this on. Type, because that's what
Okay.
Divine Drip's about, is having that self love and looking at yourself as a god and being confident, being bold, and walking this earth, expressing yourself that way. So
Okay.
that's a little bit of behind Divine Drip and how it came about.
Okay. That's a dope idea. And a lot of people are becoming more spiritual lately and aware. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say woke, but like aware of, the spiritual gifts and the spiritual presence that lives amongst us. So it's like I think that that is very intriguing to find. I know it's not a clothing brand yet that is merch and it represents your brand, but I think that
Right.
establishing your brand is the foundation for any artist in the first place. So the fact that
That's
you've
that.
been able to successfully do that is, impressive.
I
Um,
appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that.
no
Definitely
doubt.
was intentional on getting that foundation and that brand, because brand is everything as an artist. Like I tell
Hmm.
people all the time, people are interested in the music. The music grabs their attention, but what keeps
Hmm.
people, which from what I'm learning, I'm not, I don't have like 1,000 fans yet, but what I'm learning is what keeps people invested into you is your brand and what you represent.
Hmm.
You know, everybody makes
Absolutely.
music. Everybody likes different music. Like there's a lot of songs people like, but what
Hmm.
makes people so invested into you? Gonna get them to buy your merch. Gonna get them come to your shows. Gonna get them to go above and beyond than just playing your track. And that's what I've learned through my studies of becoming an independent artist.
Hmm.
And that's why I am applying to my journey as I am walking this lifestyle.
Hey, but that's absolutely necessary to do those things. And I'm a digital marketer. I'm actually in grad school right now for my public relations degree. And I was going to ask you, I was
Hey.
like, have you done some research on marketing a little bit? 'Cause,
Man,
like, I'm
like
telling
hold on,
you,
hold on. You see this back here? This bookshelf, man.
I
Literally
love
every
it.
book on that every book on that shelf is like self development or
Hmm.
finances, and I read probably each book 2 times, some three
Wow.
times. But I
Wow.
show that because you asked that, and I'm very intentional on learning.
Hmm.
And so marketing, psychology, a lot of things. That's why I got the name Sensei from, because I'm always been since I was 18. Like in high school, my friends used to laugh because I bring books to class. They like, "What are you reading?" And it was like that information that I was feeding my mind is, I don't know whether I'm addicted to learning and and
No,
applying that information.
absolutely. And I was just going to ask you, where did your name come from? That's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
what's your zodiac sign? I don't know if you believe in the
Well, the name came from my friends calling me like a sensei, being funny because I'm always
Hmm.
teaching something. But then I always I'm a good learner. Like I played multiple positions in sports, and I
Hmm.
was very successful in sports. Went to college, played football. My coaches would say I learn fast, and
Hmm.
because my ability to learn and be a student allows me to be a teacher. I always make that clear because I don't
Hmm.
know everything, so I have to learn myself. But
Exactly.
I'm Aquarius. I'm Aquarius. I'm air. I'm air sign. What are you?
I'm a Sagittarius, but my wife is
Fire.
an
Okay,
Aquarius.
fire.
And listen, hold on.
You said who's Aquarius?
My wife is an Aquarius.
Okay,
Listen,
okay, that's funny.
this is our
My
bookshelf.
wife's a Sag. Oh, hey, okay.
That's crazy.
You
We're
got
the
the
exact
bookshelf too.
we're the exact same, like to the point where I need to learn. And like when we're watching things together, if they say a word that I don't know, I pause it and we start looking it up. Or if they say something we don't understand, we stop it and we do our research. It's like a neat, like
Yeah,
she has her master's degree. I'm working on my master's degree. It's like you never stop learning. I said this so many times. I am a
you can't.
perennial student of life. It never ends. And I feel like that knowledge is power. Because
It
look,
is.
you have a lot of things that other artists don't possess. You know how to
Mm-hmm.
market yourself. You're already a couple of steps ahead. So you have
Yeah.
that advantage because of those things. And I just think that that's amazing. Like she's
Thank
she's
you.
a she's my wife is a rapper as well, and she does the same type of things. And it's crazy. But I mean, I'm not like super huge on horoscopes, but I know the truth
Yeah,
in the astrology and the stars and things like that. So that was just
yeah.
important.
It's
So
funny. I always. That could go to a whole different direction. But I will, I will say my wife's a Sagittarius too, so that's funny because you have Aquarius Sag, Aquarius Sag. Uh,
it's a
as
crazy
far
combo. It's a crazy
I
combo.
find it interesting. Everything I've learned, even when you learn, you might not be able to apply it right then,
Hmm.
but then later you come back to it and it's fresh
It's
on your mind, and you
hmm
could like refreshen your mind with the subject and then apply it. So what I'm recognizing now is everything I've been learning, I'm able to now put the pieces to the puzzle together better
hmm
because I've learned this
exactly.
stuff and I used to practice these things individually, but now as I'm getting older and I'm seeing areas where I could put things together, I could
Hmm.
take that knowledge now and put it together to where it works for me. So, like you said, knowledge is power
Exactly.
on that end. Yeah. And as far as
Exactly.
astrology, I always tell people, I mean, if you believe the position, astronomy is studying, I believe the position of the planets and
Hmm.
it affect, studying the position of the planets.
And
And then astrology is how the planet's positioning affects life. So if
hmm
you already know the moon, full moon, you gives you tides, and it also deals with women's, has something to do with women's menstrual cycles. Already, you're saying that you agree with astrology and astronomy because you're saying that the planets and the position of things in the universe affects life.
exactly. And and I could go
Yeah,
on for days about how much
yeah,
everything
yeah,
is put
yeah,
together to work that way and how life
yeah.
is, but I'm not even, maybe we'll have you on another episode when I'm feeling.
Look, yeah, we could go off track. Yeah.
Exactly. So what I want to do is I'm gonna play the first song that you sent. I'm
Mhm.
gonna we'll play, let's see, because you sent three. I'm gonna play, yeah, the first song right now, and then
What's the
we'll
first song?
talk. Hold on, let me double check. The first song is She Ain't Begging.
Ain't begging, ain't begging, ain't
Ain't
begging.
Begging.
Okay, ain't begging. Yeah.
Okay. So we about to play that one. If you like, if you want to do whatever, I'm gonna share the screen there, so maybe it's not gonna be on your face. Like, I don't know if you want to put the baby up or not. You can keep him,
Oh yeah, yeah,
whatever.
bet. Yeah, I'm gonna
But
do
I'll
that.
just
Yeah.
do that that way, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna start the
All right.
song. Let me share my screen first.
I'm good to move. I'm good to
Yeah,
move.
yeah, you good.
All right, bet.
Okay. This is why I don't. What we gonna do? What we gonna do now? Let's take it back. Way back. Y'all, I'm trying.
I'm working my way back.
You good? I'm trying to figure something out anyway. Hold on. Y'all bear with me.
I'm back.
No, you cool. Can you hear it?
Hmm.
Okay.
I can hear good. I can hear it well a little bit.
Okay.
Let me be free.
Yeah.
My dreams don't wait for you. What you want, baby? Treat you like a star, baby. Eat you on the beach, baby. Tequila shots to dinner for two. The for real. Can't be manipulated on him. Stepping on another step with 10. I know my heart don't need no shit. I said it either way. Baby, you know. I ain't begging. I came in this world alone. If thou make my dreams come true, I know what you want, baby. Treat you like a star, baby. Ooh. Take you out to creep, baby. Eat you on the beach, baby. Tequila shots for dinner for two.
Yes.
Ain't begging.
It's the tequila shots for me.
That's why I put that in. I was like, oh, they gonna like tequila shots for dinner for two, going to
Oh
the
yeah,
beach
yeah,
on
yeah.
Crete.
You already know. So he know a thing or two.
Yeah.
So what tell us what the creative process was like for that song. Like what
The,
was going through your mind?
First off, I love the beat. The beat was very dynamic, but what was going through my mind was at the time, it's just so much toxic love being pushed out here. Like, it's
Hmm.
I read this book called this The Science of Love by John Baines, and I learned a few things from it. One thing I've learned is when you operate out of need, that's not genuine love. That's very
Hmm.
conditional. So when you hear love songs saying I need you or I can't do this without you or I'll die, it's not romantic to me no more. So I wanted to make a song that was kind of contradicting like to what people usually think, and I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm not begging. I'm not begging. It's like self-love. I have
Hmm.
enough self-love to where no, I'm not. I don't need you. I want you, which is
Hmm.
healthy love. I want to be with you. I don't. I'm not with you because I need you. You know. So that was the point. And then also with the begging people to come with you along your journey, along your path. Like in the beginning, who was there with me when I took that jump? Where was you when I
Yeah.
took that jump? It's like I'm not gonna beg you to come with me on this journey because it's my journey,
Hmm.
right? So I'm not begging at all, nobody. But that's just basically preaching self love and being able to create that boundary for yourself where you're not begging people out here to fuck with you or want to be with you.
Listen, we need a
Yeah.
we need we need a good song about some boundaries, okay? Because I
Oh
agree.
man.
I agree.
Oh
Like
man.
I should be able to love you without saying that you are my whole my whole reason for living. I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna die if you're gone. Like that's not the
That's
truth. We're
wild.
not gonna we're not gonna like yeah.
You know,
So
and I don't want you to feel like that either. That like it don't turn me on. It don't make me. It don't do nothing for me if you over here like I need you or you acting desperate to need me. It's like because you're that means you just take it from my cup. But what are you pouring into me?
exactly, exactly. I don't
Yeah,
we need to meet each other, somewhere. I get that. I
yeah.
get it completely
So
because
that's what it was.
once
Self
that
love.
need is gone, yeah, once that need is gone, that love could be gone too. So I get it. It's definitely
Exactly.
empowering. And if you
Yeah.
listen to it and you hear it like that, it's going to be very empowering for you. So I like that song. That was actually my second time listening to it. I was listening to it on Spotify earlier and I was like, "Hold on,
Uh-huh.
what?" The name caught me. Um so I was like, yeah. So let's see. I'm trying to think if we should play a next song. Let me ask a couple more questions. So you said you're an independent artist, but you do work
Yeah.
with these other independent artists and you have a publicist. Um so like as an
Oh, you want
independent,
so you want to know? Okay, about the Independent Artists Unite.
yeah. How yeah,
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
in the also. Amon, shout out to Amon, the founder of Independent Artists Unite. He reached out to me at the before the actually at the end of 2024 and said he had a idea he wanted to run past me, and he's been looking at my journey, seeing how serious I take it, and I had a series called Becoming an Independent Artist. So when
Mm-hmm.
he reached out to me, he showed me his idea, and it was like, wow, I was actually thinking about the same thing, because there's no artist development out here for us artists in Germany, and
Mm-hmm.
they're and everybody's kind of individually working themselves, and
Yeah.
that gets tiring, right? You as an artist have to record music, write music, you have to create content, you have to push yourself. Nobody got money, let's be honest, nobody has that much money, that much time to do everything themselves. And the
Exactly.
benefit of a label, which we're not a label, but because every artist is independent, we just use each other's skills, energy, and we operate kind of how labels operate. We have the
Mm-hmm.
press, we have merch team, we have street teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just come together and we support independent artists and push independent artists. We teach independent artists how to thrive in the music business. And that's what the organization is really about, Independent Artists Unite. And Amon started it. I co-founded it with my partner Graf. And great artist, by the way. Shout out to Grafy, shout out to Amon, DJ,
Yeah.
artist. There was something I wanted to say about Independent Artists Unite. Oh yeah, music business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, what I've read this book called How to Make It in the Music Business by Ari Hurston. It was La Russell shouted the book out, and then I got the book, read it two times, and watched Ari Hurston's podcast, and I was like, wow, everybody I know who makes music back home. When I wasn't making music, they always was in the studio, but they wasn't talking this language. Like
Yeah.
they couldn't even show me this language. When I started 2 years ago, they wasn't even introducing me to this stuff. I had to go get
Mm-hmm.
that information myself. Like I said, I like
Mm-hmm.
reading. And I came out here and I was like, same thing. So most artists are just making music and recording and releasing it. But as far as that business aspect, that's actually going to make you big. The
Mm-hmm.
thing that makes you
Lost.
successful in the music, yeah, and that makes you successful in the music industry, that's a knowledge, that's a whole nother game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when and I brought that to Amon. It was like, okay, here's a blueprint. It already works for many people, and it's been working for me. That's how I am where I am now. I literally followed that book to a T. So now we just got to we got to basically structure this thing, Independent Artists Unite, in a way where it could actually help push artists using this blueprint, and we could restructure how we need to restructure for it to fit our actual situation, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, Independent Artists Unite, an
Wow.
organization that we started out here actually this year, started January 1st, and it's the first organization out here in Germany, as far as I'm aware of, that is pulling in independent artists and teaching them the music business and also working together as a unit to help us succeed all together.
Wow. That's amazing. Listen,
Yeah.
I this is another community that I wish I would have seen when I was out there, but also like
Mhm.
it has me wondering, is it because like in Germany or in Europe or in these foreign countries we need to stick together so we start finding things and then they develop these communities? Because you said like you were like you couldn't find any other independent artists and things like that in Germany, but they don't have things like that in the States that I'm aware of, where like they physically promote independent artists. It's really hard for independent artists to kind of get their shine. You Most people don't even want you on your podcast unless you got some type of clout. Like it's so difficult. And for that reason, I'm glad you mentioned that book, because I want to check it out, because I'm actually in the process of writing a book about, obviously I've never made it as an independent artist, so I can't give perspective, but I can give like the
Yeah.
marketing side and the PR side of things that I've
Right.
learned, and how independent artists can apply those, because I know so many independent artists stateside that have never even thought about that portion of it. Their goal is to put their art out, share it with the world, and they think that that's just how it works. But there is a marketing
No.
side to it. There's so much more to it on the business side. So I wanted to
These
write
are
a book informing artists how to actually utilize those tools if they can't afford to hire somebody right now or to get
right.
there. But I want to know the name of that book again. Shout out to
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. If it's-
Actually, the marketing is a big piece. So you got a
Okay.
big piece of information that really matters a lot, especially in this day of age with digital marketing and digital platforms. How to Make It in the New Music Business by Ari Hurston.
Yes.
Very great book. Actually, I have another copy. It was just so messed up because I read it so many times that I ordered a new one. But I
No,
swear,
that's perfect.
here it is, right here, no cap. It's messed up, but I read it so many times.
Wow.
Um, but no, in the states, I don't think they have any. Might be somewhere, but from my what I understand, no, not really. And it's crazy. A lot of people don't want to work together and unite. It's like a lot of ego. And one thing about the team we have at Independent Artists Unite, we let people be known like we all are very important to this organization. Like if one person doesn't fulfill their role, then this don't work, right? We are relying upon each other. I came up playing college football and being in team environments with network marketing and everything, so I understand what it takes to build as a team,
Hmm.
right? And that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother conversation as far as leadership and handling people, managing
Yeah.
people. But yeah, it's necessary because if you don't have the money, the only way you're going to grow and scale is to work together with other people who are aligned with your vision. Everyone loves to
Network.
reach up and try to. I learned this when I went to Invest Fest in Atlanta, and that someone was like, everyone wants to reach out to somebody who's already done it and been there and try to come up underneath them. But how about connecting with the people on your level who's hungry like you?
Exactly. Ooh.
And there's yeah, exactly. Because you have hunger, y'all have skills, y'all could work together and get to that level where they're at. They already there. They already took
Exactly.
their team with them. So they don't really have to
Exactly.
come down and swoop you and help you up. So work with the people around you who's really serious and really, about their business and get to where y'all want to go. And then you could pull together your resources, your knowledge. It makes it an easier process for you. You're not gonna scale as an independent artist without a team. I learned that from LaRussell. Shout out to LaRussell too if you know who LaRussell
Shout out.
is.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Shout out to
Yeah, that man
LaRussell.
grinds.
Yeah.
I got put on to him 2 years ago. I was like, damn, yeah, he grinding.
I literally
And
was
he
just watching an interview with him, and because I was like, should I shoot my shot and try to get an interview, or is he too big? He not gonna want to do it. But the interview, and it was another interview he was doing, and he said basically, do 100 episodes first. Let me know that you've actually been working. Like, they don't even have to be good episodes. You don't have to have like a big fan base, but show me that you've been working and improving throughout the time. And I was like,
yeah.
this whole season I've been trying to work on being consistent. So that's something that was huge for me. And it was like I got some nerve to try to ask him, and I'm not getting myself together, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm a new fan of Russell, but I love his music and I love his like personality. Like, you see, you
yeah,
look at his pictures and he's smiling. What rapper is feel comfortable smiling? And
right.
unfortunately, like you were saying earlier, just to circle back to that, at this stage where everybody's still new and independent, they always see each other as competition instead of being able to collaborate. And
Right.
to me, I think that'll be the downfall every single time. um just because, like, if you think that everyone is your competition, then you won't have anyone in your corner, like, at
Yeah.
all. And to
Yeah.
me, it's necessary to have that type of community around you, especially
Yeah.
like-minded individuals, because once you go back to your home or your friends who are not your target audience, your friends who don't want to do music or don't care about it, they looking at it like that's just a hobby or whatever. They don't have that same mindset that you have. So
Yeah.
it's important to be around people who share those thoughts and those dreams, even if
Yeah.
it's not identical. So
Yeah.
I'm just like a super fan of that. Um, every organization or community based group that you've mentioned, it seems like we're progressing in the right direction, and
We
that
definitely are.
yeah. So that was perfect to me.
I would
Um,
say people who have that competitive mindset, like yeah, it's competitive. You're right. We can't deny that it is a competitive sport, but at the same time, you have to have an abundant mindset, and you have to understand that you are unique. Your sound is
Mhm.
unique. You're unique as an artist, and no one could be you. And if you have that mindset, no one could be you. The way I look at it, how I come about it in music is like, if you like me as a person, that means you like what I represent. You like my personality. You like the things I talk about. So when I make
Mhm.
music, you're gonna like the music because
Mhm.
it's everything I embody, and no one else around me is me. So really, we're not competing because you're not me. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, we're all unique.
Exactly.
So people you attract's gonna come to you. People I attract's gonna come to me.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? So, and there's a
Exactly.
lot of people in the world, and I think that should be the focus to get past that. I can't work with you because my ego and I'm competitive. Like, yeah, I'm competitive too, but at the end of the day, I know what's for me, and what I attract is for me what I attract,
Yeah.
right? And I don't
And
need to belittle another person, or I don't have to take from you because I'm gonna just attract what I attract. I mean, that's the
exactly.
best way I
That's
can
just
say it.
that's
That's the
the only way to
spiritual
say it.
side of me. I'm gonna attract what I could attract.
Exactly. And what is supposed to be attracted to you is going to come to you. And what's not
Right.
won't. And that's something that a lot of independent artists don't understand either, because you're mad that your friends and certain people aren't listening or sharing and things like that, when be real, they don't listen to that type of music. Or maybe they
Right.
they like, you can't expect everyone that you know to just automatically be your target audience, or
That's
the
a fact.
person, you know, no matter how much I hate jazz and no matter how much I love you, I'm not gonna listen to jazz just because you make it. I'm sorry. Like, that's just not
Now,
that's just not how
someone
it
said you
goes.
should not expect, if you expect your friends or family to support whatever you do, and if they don't, that discourages you. Stop, because you shouldn't put that on your friends and family. To They know you for what they know you from, not from whatever you're trying to do now. You did. So you
Exactly.
definitely, you have to find that audience, and that's cool. It's all right. I used to be hurt when people didn't support me the way I thought they should because they are family and friends. But then as I got like start realizing, like, well, first off, no one gonna support you until they see you taking it serious. Like,
Yeah.
before you ask people to support you, make sure you go hard for yourself and you
Hmm.
consistent for yourself. And then
Hmm.
they're gonna eventually probably see you and be like, you know what? I'm paying more attention over there. Some people
Hmm.
didn't come reach out to me about any opportunities until they see me more consistent. So a
Hmm.
lot of people be just keep working, keep
Hmm.
growing, keep working, outgrow your situation, and then the people's gonna come to you.
Exactly. So that was going to
Yeah.
be my next question. So how do you deal with getting support, or like, do you have a support system when it comes to your music? I know you're married. Like, does your wife support your music? Does your friends support? Does your parents,
No,
like, is your family listening to it, or like, what
man,
kind of
nah.
support system do you
That's
have?
To be honest, I don't think nobody back home is really like bumping my stuff and supporting me going hard, right? Uh, and then my wife, she don't even like some things I talk about sometimes, and then, like, yeah, that's a whole nother situation. She not really. I separate my personal life and like my wife
Hmm.
from my music because of that
Hmm.
boundary. She don't want me
Hmm.
talking about negative about anything in our relationship or marriage. You feel
Hmm.
me? So that, and then, yeah, so I keep a boundary from the things so it don't disrupt my creativity. Because one thing
Hmm.
I told her, like, you can't tell me what to create and how I feel or what to express. Like, when I'm an
Hmm.
artist, that's what art is.
That's,
So
yes,
to
yeah.
keep that boundary, I just won't mention anything about what you feel me about that about you did,
Yeah,
and that works for me because, yeah, that just works for me that way. So
that's the
no,
safest
my
thing. That's the
support,
safest.
that's the safest thing. That goes into a long other conversation, but we'll end it there. Uh, the support I get, I'm gonna be honest with you, it comes from, right now I'm running off a tremendous amount of self love, and as I
That's
do
good
that,
though.
it's random people that come and support me. Right,
Hmm.
random people I attracted now. That people I attract supports me.
Hmm.
But so far, right now, I'm at the still a lot of self love for myself. I put a clip out on TikTok and Instagram where I got booed when I first came out here. I've been booed two times performing. Like, my first
Really?
like two performances, I was booed at Apollo Night. One at OU, and I took that to the
Oh.
chin, and I was like, okay, whatever. Let's get to it. I got to go through the fire, the shine. And then I
Hmm.
came out here, did a show, booed me. I had my friend record live streaming all that. Like, I was like, hey, record this live. I told Graf, record this live. He's like, you sure? I was like, yeah. I went out there confident. Guess what?
Hmm.
Got my ass booed. took it to the chin, and just got better. And I came back like, okay, I'm about to step on next, and here I am now. I get cheered for.
Hmm.
So the only way to
Wow.
get through that as an artist is to have a lot of self love because you're
Hmm.
putting yourself out there to public eye. You're putting yourself out there to be vulnerable, right?
Hmm.
And not everybody's gonna like what you say. Not everybody's gonna like what you represent, or they're gonna judge you, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the truth. And so you gotta have that self love, and you gotta have a kind of a you gotta be able to forget quickly and
Hmm.
to keep pushing forward. That's the one thing I also learned in football. I was a DB corner, and
Hmm.
when there's man-to-man coverage, third down, and you stick in the wide receiver, if they get the first down or they get a touchdown, you gotta remember, you gotta forget that the crowd might be booing, take them out the game, because your team looking at you like, bro, you can't stick nobody.
Hmm.
And my DB coach used to always tell me, yeah, you gotta have a short memory. You guys just look forward to the next play and learn and do better from the last play. So I,
Wow.
I carry that with me into music. And it's like, shoot, when I perform, that's the mindset I have. Or whatever doesn't work for me. And it's kind of like, because it shocks me in a negative way. I got to have a short mind and push and get to the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, self love.
Wow.
Self love. I'm my biggest support to answer your question.
Hey, self-love is the best love. You got some
Yeah.
good, I'm telling you, first of all, to feel like you don't have much of a support system and to be in a situation where you get booed. Granted, I think all artists need to get booed or to be humbled or to experience that to know
Yeah.
how to just to show how bad you want it. Because if you didn't
Yeah.
want it that bad, you would have stopped. You would have never made music again after that. It would have been
You know what I'm
over.
saying?
So
Yeah.
it's a testament to, your journey. So it's absolutely beautiful no matter how hard it might have been at that moment. The
Yeah.
thick skin that you have and the self-love is crazy. That's resilience like no other. So like
Like you my
using
bad. You
that to
said
move
something
forward is crazy.
you said something right before you said that. You said man, you gotta be able to laugh at yourself, not take yourself
Mhm.
too serious. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like
Yeah.
like I just started music 2 years ago, and I'm like, I'm coming out and performing in front of people. How dare I? You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you? That, you feel me? So it's like it's expected. But one thing I know is this is like, if you keep putting energy into something, I never seen nobody who put their energy and their all into something and
Hmm.
didn't succeed.
Hmm.
And like, it could even be the wrong things. You know, if you drink too much, you become alcoholic. You smoke too much, you become a weed head, right? If it could be negative, it could be positive. But if
Hmm.
anyone who puts their energy and all into something, they grow in that area,
Hmm.
and they're successful in that area, whether good or bad.
A
And I
word.
guess that's my motivation for anybody. Like, you gotta just focus on the growth. That's
Hmm.
As you gotta focus on the growth in the process. That's a part of the process. I agree with you. If you haven't got booed yet, that's a journey. That's a lesson you're gonna learn eventually.
Hmm. Yeah. And
Eventually,
it's going to be tough. It's going to make or break you. So I think that's absolutely important. Now, we going on 50 minutes. We having such a
my
good
bad.
conversation that I haven't played any music.
My
So
bad.
instead, I'm gonna only probably play one more song.
What song
Um,
you thinking?
so I got
You,
two more that you sent. One is Pimping Out,
a
uh,
dollar and then sweet
Sweet
tea,
Tea,
right?
Sweet. Yeah, I'm looking at the names of the files. I didn't click on them yet to send it to the
You wanted to
thing.
play Romania Magic though, right?
So, yeah,
Never
so I'm gonna
fold.
play that on another episode on the
Okay, okay.
playlist. But I could play that now and put another one on that episode. It's all up.
Huh? Do I want sweet tea or do I want Romania? Do Romania Magic. Do no never fold. Do never fold.
Never felt okay. You said, and that's the one
Do
that's
never fold.
okay. Wait, it
Do
say
never fold.
pimping. That's the one that say pimping out.
No, it's the one that I sent the file for.
Oh, the one you sent the file. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, I forgot. You said you
Yeah,
changed the name. Okay,
yeah.
let's do that then. What I'm gonna do is go back to.
You in Atlanta, right?
I'm close to Atlanta. I'm like right outside of Atlanta just because I bought a house and it's super expensive.
Right.
Um, but
They got the good music scene out there. As far as like, do they have a group? Don't they have like a group that's like some? I remember I met some people. They was like they're part of this Atlanta group thing where they put independent artists on
Oh,
or something like that.
it started playing on its own. Wait, hold on.
It's all good.
What's going on? Hold on.
I don't. I don't even know the name. We could skip past it.
I'm like, yeah, let's just let it play.
Yeah. G. It's a life that experience song. You get rain, you get snow, you get sun. You know, life birthed in the dark. Still make mistakes, but we learn it too. You get two. Now I'm whipping your specs to the moon on roofs. Gotta keep your focus for your darkest moment. I hope you understand this. Not all people were lucky to get these many chances.
So don't fall, don't fall, don't fall.
Okay, Karen. The opera singer.
Because they're your dreams into gold. So
It's on
don't
fire,
fall,
dance
don't
hall, dance
fall.
hall.
'Cause you can turn your dreams into gold.
I love that part, man. It shows so much emotion and pain, and
Yeah,
it embodies that journey. And it's opera too. We mixed opera into the song. That's dope.
I love that. Who you know that's doing that?
You know, like, Jesus.
Hey, I gotta figure out where it's at though, for real. Like, stop playing.
I like it. Shout out to AE.
Yeah.
I only see this pic on the photograph. I ain't know the math to calculate the of an autograph. I just seen leave my heart again. All again. If you got a dream, you gotta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Romania magic.
So,
Romania magic.
oh my goodness. Now I think you have to tell the story, the one that you
I got
told me.
to.
You have
I
to.
got
So
to.
let's go ahead and
Got
let
to.
the people hear the story. How did that song
Birthday.
come about?
Birthday trip. Was taking a trip to was supposed to go to Budapest, but ended up getting confused with Bucharesti. Bucharest. I hope I said that right. And that ended up being Romania. And I thought they were close by, but they're not. But then my friend met me. Look, my dude met me there. We got an Airbnb. I came, he had the studio set up. Eighth floor. That was no cap in the song. I said eighth floor. We was 8 floors up at the Airbnb. He had the studio set up. I was like, oh yeah, it's that time. So knew we was gonna make a song, and then we met an opera singer, and we was like, "You should come by the Airbnb and do a track with us." And she was down. She's Aquarius too, by the way. That's funny, but she's Aquarius too, and she came and boom. That's why we call it Romanian magic because it felt magical, man.
Wow.
Just looking from the eighth floor out and seeing Bucharesti, and then having the opera singer singing the opera song, and that was me and his first song doing together. It was a very special moment, and it was empowering because like we're really from the states in Romania right now. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We really out
Yeah,
here doing what we love in Romania, and we have an opera singer
exactly.
who's Romanian on this track, and we attracted that. Once again,
And
that
it
attraction.
all just came together so flawlessly. Nah,
Yeah, so flawlessly
yeah,
and got the track done.
that's
And that's why
amazing.
that's the story
That's
behind
amazing.
Romanian Magic. Never and then never letting go of your dreams, right? Always always pouring into yourself in your dreams to watch it grow. Don't
Mhm.
give up. Never fold.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was just
Yeah.
gonna, so I was gonna ask another question. So, what made you change the name from Romania Magic to Neverfold?
Well, it was never fold.
Oh,
It was
okay.
never fold. But then I was like, man, well, we did this in Romania. We have an opera singer from Romania, and I was like, we need to have for marketing purposes. We need to have Romania. We
Hmm.
got to have Romania in that since
Yeah.
we might go to Romania and perform this, or we go back and shoot a video for sure.
Yeah.
And then it was like a magical moment.
Hmm.
A magical moment. So Romania magic. We in Romania,
Yeah.
and it was like magic being created, and that just stuck. Romania magic. It was better than Never Fold, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, it was dope for
Yeah.
sure.
And
I
and it
love that
shares the
song.
story. It has a story behind it. So when they hear it, they be like, I wonder why they name it Romania magic.
And that way, when you tell that story, it all comes
Exactly.
together. I love a good
Exactly.
aha moment. Like, so, so
Uh-huh.
that was perfect. So
Yeah.
we are running close to out of time. So I'm just going to ask you a few more questions. And two,
Okay.
so the first one is, what's next for you? Like, what do you have coming up?
What's
Yeah.
next? Oh man, this summer about to be lit. Like I'm
Mhm.
100% in. Independent Artists Unite. What's coming up? We have a merch event. We're a merch and open mic event where we're putting on for the community to perform on
Yeah.
street perform, and then we're gonna have merch and we go collab with a few vendors out here. So we got that
Okay.
May 3rd. May 31st is my listening party for my album Junk Food. We didn't even get into
Okay.
that, but it's all good. Junk
Oh,
Food, my
no.
album, drop it soon. It's my second album from the first one. My Love Is Not Love Is. This album, Junk Food, is my second studio album. So I got that coming up on the 31st. We have performances throughout the summer in Spain. We got a performance in hopefully in Cologne at Wave Jam. We have a performance in October. We working. I mean
Yeah.
this is all within the Independent Artists Unite, like moving together and putting this together. Like we work, and that's all I could say. So that's what's coming
Wow.
up though in the near future is the merch event, open mic event, then the listening party, my
Mhm.
album, and
And
then
what's the album called
performances.
again?
Junk food. Now,
Junk
just to
Food.
sum it up, I gave it the title Junk Food because it was like a cleanse. It was like it gives you that gritty vibe, that hip hop vibe, that modern hip hop vibe, but of course,
Mhm.
it's the stuff is relevant to my life and what I talk about. So I ain't over here talking about shooting and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's definitely that energy where it's like a cleanse. And I told people like this is to shake the foundations and see what's real. Like we
Mhm.
one of the songs on there is burning trees, burning bridges. And I'm burning trees, burning bridges. I'm burning bridges to any unhealthy connections, anybody who's not really here locked in with me.
Mhm.
I feel like in order to elevate, you do have to shed dead weight. And so the energy of junk food is that. So it's a
Okay.
whole different vibe. It's a whole different vibe, but a necessary vibe. And that's
Yeah.
going to lead into the last song on that album is A King to Be. But before that, it's The Cleanse. And that's intentional because it's like I cleansed the negativity out. I got that energy out. But then my next album after that is Me, Myself, and God, which is motivated by my spiritual journey in 2023, which led me to find myself and basically me stepping in my energy I am now. So it's
Okay.
all strategic on the rollout. Last year I focused on singles. I did singles, like two singles a month last year, and that was just to get things going, have people hear my music more consistently. And this year was more marketing based, project based, storytelling based, and that's why I'm focused on EPs and albums right now.
Okay. So you have the album, like the names lined up, the reasoning for it and everything. Have you already done like the songs and anything? Or are you one of those artists who
I
record like 100 songs at a
oh
time
no,
and have them
not
ready?
at a time. I do write my song. Like I
Hmm.
write my songs in a journal. It helps me remember it. I write it in the journal, and I'll have the beats that I already want for them, right? And
Hmm.
then when it's time for it to come, I'll go back. Hopefully the beat's still there. I go back and buy the beat, and
Hmm.
then I go record the song. Junk
Okay.
Food is recorded. I just recorded it last month. And so it's all done, recorded, waiting to be mixed and mastered. Me,
Okay.
myself, and God. I have a lot of those songs that I had written.
Hmm.
Didn't record it or nothing yet though, because I go to the studio and record. I don't
Okay.
have a studio at the crib, so
No.
yep,
That's
I
a
have
good
that lined up.
process. That's a good process to have, though, to have them already written. That way, like, you don't get that writer's block. It's always unexpected. I don't know, but
Exactly,
we
and
curse
then
it
I
all
record
writer's block.
myself. Got to record
Hmm.
yourself and how I deliver it so I can
Exactly.
remember,
Remember the
because
flow,
that's the
remember the
worst.
cadence. It's like, oh, how was I
Yeah,
saying this? Why doesn't it sound the same? I get it. I get it. That's
yeah.
awesome. So, my last question, I ask everyone this question, but you're the first guest of this season. Top five, dead or alive.
Hey, top five. I'll take top five artists.
Yes.
All right, this is top five artists to me who I listen like, and this is rap.
Any genre, any whatever.
Okay. Now, the artists I'm gonna name in my top five is not because I think they the best at what they do, but because I like them as an artist completely as far as their branding, their
Okay.
image, their passion. So
Okay.
gotta have Future up there. I like
Okay.
Future because he's very creative. He gives you that street. He gives you that his Hendrix vibes with his exotic sounds, and he's just very creative and he's vulnerable and genuine and honest. And I love that he puts that in his music. His brand is dope. Like he's known for that.
Yeah.
That's one. I gotta say Drake. Well, before even Drake, I'm gonna say Trey Songz. Only because I grew up listening to Trey Songz from
Yeah,
middle school
trigger
to high school. Everyone knows I fuck with Trey Songz. It's funny. They used to
trigger train.
joke. They used to joke at me. But his branding, as far as being Mr. Steal Your Girl, the sex symbol, the R&B, and then he's passionate when he was singing. I don't think he's the best singer. I think he could sing, not the best, but I like the passion behind it.
Yeah.
And that was my guy. Got to put him number two. Today he don't make as much, but as far as like top five, yeah. Then I
Yeah.
put Drake. I'm not even a huge Drake fan, but I just respect him because he's able to come on any track and bring a sound to that track that you're gonna listen to. And
Yeah.
not many artists could go them different avenues and make a song you want to hear. You
Hmm.
dig? That's the talent
And
itself
have the
to be able
best
to do.
verse on the song every time.
Exactly. And then like he don't even got to write it if he don't got to. It's still the fact that he could carry that verse and deliver it on this beat
Mhm.
in the way he does it. That other artists couldn't do it. That's why they wrote the song.
Yeah.
So gotta give him props for that and respect for that. So I'll say Drake. Uh, now we getting to the hard piece. The last two, I would
Yeah.
say, I'm I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Big Sean in there because
Oh.
Big Sean has bars
Hmm.
and he's woke.
He
He's
is.
woke. People don't be listening to what he say, but he really be woke. And he adds spirituality in his thing. He talks about meditation. I like Big Sean.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
very
Big Sean.
authentic.
Yeah, so I could play Big Sean and I could be like, yeah, he's spitting. He's spitting for sure. And
Especially
then
back in
number
the
five,
day, Big Sean. Whew. I used to love
back in the
back.
day, Big Sean. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, back in the same Big Sean. Yeah, back in the day, Big Sean. Now, number five, I gotta go Cole. And really, if we're talking about rapping wise, I would put Cole, of course, at the front.
Hmm.
But as an artist, I'm gonna put Cole because one, he's genuine, he's authentic, he makes positive music, and he made a lane for himself in that. And he don't veer away from it. And he's hard as hell when he rap. Like I went to a Dreamville Fest, his Dreamville thing, and I saw him in person. I was like, oh, he's powerful, dynamic, a true speaker, and he's
Yeah.
Aquarius. So I gotta
Yes.
put J. Cole there for that number five spot.
Yeah,
But
that's
if it
dope
was
right
me
there.
going off of like lyrical and just rappers, I'm
Hmm.
gonna put him number one. But this is just people I listen to be clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Future, Trey Songz, Drake, Big Sean, and J. Cole. The last two was kind of tricky because yeah.
Okay. That's a good one though.
Yeah.
It's still some very good artists in that lineup. And I first of all, J. Cole is definitely my number one. I'm like his biggest fan. Well, maybe one of them. I don't know. But I be thinking that he like my best friend in my head. Like we just go way back. So I don't know.
uh,
But I love, he doesn't market himself the way other artists do, and to still be successful that without doing it that much is like a testament to his music. That he has
exactly.
actually really good music because we would have gave up on him a long time ago if his music was trash. Um,
Exactly.
but yeah, so. That was a good top five. Now, I did want to answer that other question that you said about Atlanta. So, I just moved out here, so I don't know much about what's around. I'm trying to get like plugged in, network with people. I use like hashtag Atlanta, or I put it as my location just so the people, like the Atlanta people, can see it, and then I can see their work. So maybe this time next year, I'll know about some groups that are similar to the independent artist wave, or I'll find different artists that have plugged me into some things like that. But currently, I don't even think I've gone out in Atlanta yet, except one time. But it wasn't really like, I'm more of like us going to a open night to see spoken word, and then people rap there, or you know do their
Yeah.
music there, and I like to find artists that way. But Atlanta, whew, I'm having a hard time. Like the first month we got out here, somebody broke into one of our cars out there in Atlanta. So now I'm just like,
Bitter.
I'm not, I don't want to have to deal with this every time I go outside. I miss Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look.
You don't got to worry
Why
about
can't
getting
you? Why
shot
didn't you
at.
try to stay out in Germany? Why didn't you
Where,
try to like get a job on like one of the bills basis civilian or whatnot?
Well, at the time, I had just lost my mother, and then my grandmother
Oh,
had
okay.
started showing like dementia symptoms. So I was thinking, I just want to get back home. I had spent three
Okay, that
years in
makes sense.
Germany, and then 3 years before that in Hawaii, and then 3 years before that I was in Kansas. So it was like I was never close to home.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was like, I just need to be close to my family. So
yeah.
now that I'm doing that, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. I still gotta do what I want to do. So I'm thinking of
That's a
we're
fact.
we're literally thinking about moving out of the country.
Man,
So
look, shit. I want to go to Ghana and get me property in Ghana, but hey, if you come to Germany, it's lit. You got good foundation. We can get
yeah,
you
for
acquaint. We get
sure,
you acquainted out here if you come out to back to Germany.
for
Like the
sure.
best way now, I see me. I'm trying to get sofa status, get a job. So when it is time, I'm trying to stay out here. I'm building out here. It don't make sense for me to go back to the States. I'm building.
Mhm,
It's working out here.
mhm.
But they offer civilian jobs if you was already military. So if you look
Yeah,
on like government U.S. jobs, you can find a job and try to
we
get out
working on it.
here.
We working on it.
Okay, hey, it's
I
all
don't
good.
usually, I don't usually put my business out there, but just know we working on it. Trust me.
Yeah,
So
and
I'm
then
hoping, and even if not, a trip to Germany is definitely overdue. So
that's always down. That's always something you can do.
something, yeah, something gotta shake. We're gonna make it shake. But I really enjoyed talking to you. I enjoyed listening to your music, getting to know you as an artist a lot more, and hopefully the viewers have enjoyed it as well, because you're like you're like-minded. I mean, if they
Hmm.
enjoy listening to me talk, then I'm sure they enjoy listening to you as well.
Is this
Um,
live? Is this live right now?
it's not live right now. I'm gonna
Okay,
start
okay,
doing
okay.
live. I'm gonna start doing more live. Like I went live Friday. I'm gonna start
How'd
doing
that
more
go?
live now that I understand the software and stuff that I'm using. This is a one man band. Like I'm doing everything on my own, and I'm trying to learn. Um,
Yeah,
so it kind of keeps me from reaching out to other people for help, just because I'm trying to learn everything. Like I love
yeah.
to learn everything, but it's a process. So we'll get there. With the things that I know, I'm sure that it'll get where it needs to be. And I just appreciate you for coming out or joining us on the show,
Thank
um,
you. I appreciate you
sharing
for
your
inviting me.
no doubt. It
Is
was
this
a
going to
good
be clipped up? My bad. Is it like you're going to clip it up into segments, or is it going to be like all out once? How's that?
so I might do it into two segments, because usually my episodes are like 30 minutes. So I might
Damn.
I might clip it into two different segments, and then find a way to bridge it, and then I'll put like clips on social media as well.
Okay, let's do it. Let's collab. Yeah, make sure you collab on those clips. I'm gonna collab with IAU, collab with Diamond Lab,
Oh yeah,
collab with
definitely.
we go do this thing for sure.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And
You
tell that little
too.
sweet little
Thank you.
baby having a good night.
All right now. All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye. What's happening? All you haters can get at me. Yeah. What's up, everybody? It's your Queen Kilo. Eh, eh, eh. Hold on.